Ah, hey. Oh, wow. There's a bunch of people here. How's it going, guys? That was just on my own. So, what I'm doing right now is looking at what sites we're crawling because I'm concerned that we're not crawling the most effective sites that we could be. So, this is a command line script for crawling, which is much faster than the browser crawler. So I get to see more sites coming past here. Also got a little database query over here running to see on the database side what's there. But I'm seeing a fair bit of Wikipedia, which is quite good. I did want to focus on Wikipedia, and I guess the odd other thing that kind of makes sense. I mean, big sites like BBC are probably fine. But I'm seeing less things like GitHub and Stack Overflow and stuff that I was hoping we would see. I'm not quite sure why that is. So there's a few other sites in here that make sense to see, like archive, developer.android.com, code.google.com, cloud.google.com. I was wondering if there's something about our crawling that means that we don't crawl so much GitHub and Stack Overflow. Maybe when we extract the links from the pages, for some reason we're not extracting enough links for Stack Overflow and GitHub. Well, there's a Stack Overflow. So the reason I fired up PyCharm was because I was going to look at we've got these core domains over here. And these ones are meant to be crawled much more than everything else. So we're obviously seeing a lot of Wikipedia, which is good. We're not seeing nearly as much GitHub or Stack Overflow as I would like. We're seeing a bit of archive, which is good. Yeah, I don't know why these two are not showing up as much, because where these are used, we allow max URLs per core domain, which is 1,000, whereas our normal top domains we can get 100, and other domain we can get 5. So we should have, roughly 20 times as many top domains as URLs from top domains as from URLs from other domains, and roughly 200 as many URLs from core domains as other domains. Although it doesn't work like that, I guess, because there are many, many more other domains than there are core domains. So maybe that's the issue. Okay, so these are the indexes we've got. So there's 2 indexes on the URL's primary key and the host index. Oh, there's a view, isn't there? URL and host. There we go. Select star from URL. Okay, so now we've got this. What I really want to do is select star from URL and host. Actually, what I want to do is select host count star URL and host, where status is 100 and updated is greater than, let's say, and group by 1, ordered by 2, setting. So if we're going to see the each host name, how many URLs we've crawled since the 8th of March, starting with the biggest URLs. But something about that URL and host does not exist. Isn't it called URL and hosts? Okay. And let's put a limit in here, otherwise it's going to be too much. Crawling lychees. Oh, lichess. I thought you were talking about the fruit. Fruit chess, same thing. Aha, there we go. Okay, so we are actually crawling GitHub the most. That's good to know. Okay, so we're crawling GitHub, Stack Overflow, Wikipedia, Archive. What's Wolololo.net? That's something bad. There is occasionally come across these sites that seem to be really good at getting lots of links to them when they're not all that interesting. I think this probably is one of those, one of our top domains. Let's have a look. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like a terrible site, but I don't really know that we want to donate like that much resources to it. It's basically about games. No, I don't think it's a spam site. It's just there are certain sites that have hundreds of pages or millions of pages. They also seem to have like this URL thing whereby within each page there are multiple URLs that kind of link to the same page. I don't know if this is one of those, but like for example, these comments could be that each comment has a different URL or something. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, but that's just a. I mean, these hash fragments should be removed. Yeah, it's not that I think it's a spam. It's just that it could be using up our resources that could be potentially used more beneficially. Concern. I mean, one thing we can do is just not make it not a cause, not a top domain if we're worried about that, and then we would crawl less of it. I mean, that's probably fine. PubMed, New York Times Archive, Bill Papers. That's another one I've never heard of. Let's see what that is. Quite cool, actually. Philosophy of language. That's the stuff that I'm interested in. Semantics. There we go. Semantic theories. Yeah, so we removed the hash fragment from URLs. So that we shouldn't be crawling, multiple URLs with different hash fragments. Everything2.com. It's just like a website where you have articles and people can write articles. I don't really know if it's like a blog, like some very big blog type thing that anyone can write for. It seems fine, basically. Google.com, we know what that is. Don't know what this is. Okay, it's an Irish newspaper. Launchpad bugs. News.softpedia.com. Don't know what that is, but it sounds like a news site. Fortune, Day, IMDb. What PBS is. It rings a bell. Okay, so I think it's looking kind of okay, basically. Guardian, the Telegraph, Amazon. I think basically it's working as expected. It just seems weird that we have, like when we look at the links coming through, we don't see hundreds of GitHub ones or Wikipedia ones. I mean, having said that, there's a GitHub one. I guess the thing is there's just so many sites on the internet that even though we are crawling these the most, there's so many other things to crawl. Yeah, actually there is loads of GitHub, isn't there? Okay, cool. Well, basically I think it's working. Good to know. See you soon.